You know when you use your banking app to send some money? Behind the scenes, all these complex, old systems are talking to each other. Now, what if we could do all of that, but make it way faster, way safer, and without all those middlemen? Well, that's kind of the promise of blockchain. So today, let's break down the essential pieces that make this whole thing actually work. This is the big question, right? And it's not just about crypto. It's about building a whole new digital foundation for, well, everything, from finance to government services. So today, we're going to explore the 4 key pillars that are making this new foundation a reality. Okay, first things first. To even get into this new world, you need a way in. You need an entry point, and that all starts with your wallet. Just think of it exactly like that. A digital purse. But here's the twist. It isn't tied to just one physical thing, like your phone. Instead, it's more like a single secure identity for all your stuff that can live everywhere you are all at once. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. You can get to the exact same wallet with the exact same assets, whether you're on your phone, sitting at your desk, or using a web browser on the go. And that flexibility, it's absolutely crucial. I really love this slide because it just makes a complicated idea click. Think about how you use WhatsApp, right? You can type a message on your computer, and it instantly shows up in the conversation on your phone. Everything is just perfectly in sync. That's exactly how a modern blockchain wallet works. You could kick off a payment on your laptop and then use your phone's fingerprint scanner to securely approve it. It's totally seamless. So, what does this all boil down to? Less hassle for you. It's all about making the experience of managing your digital life as easy and as natural as sending a text message, no matter what device you happen to be using. All right, so we've got our user-friendly wallet. That's great for us. But what about the big players? You know, the banks, governments, the huge corporations. How did they plug into this new system? Well, that brings us to our second pillar. The answer is something called an API. Now, don't let the name scare you off. The idea is actually pretty simple. An API is just like a secure messenger. You know, when you book a ride on an app, it's APIs that let that app talk to the map system and the payment system and the driver's app. They're kind of like the invisible glue of our digital world. And this visual here, it just perfectly illustrates the whole concept for us. You can think of a system like BIOME as this massive, super secure highway that's been built specifically for these big institutions. It gives them a standardized, safe on-ramp to connect their old systems directly to the blockchain. And this is an absolute game changer for getting everyone on board. Think about it. Instead of a bank having to spend millions of dollars and years rebuilding everything from the ground up, they can just use these APIs to plug right in. It makes joining this revolution practical and, most importantly, secure for the biggest organizations in the world. So we've connected the regular users, and we've connected the big institutions. But see, running a piece of the blockchain network has traditionally required some serious computing power. So how do we get this amazing technology onto the one device that's in everyone's pocket? The solution is this really clever piece of tech called lightweight nodes, or Light Shield. To put it simply, it's a way for your phone to talk to the blockchain and check information without needing to download the entire, gigantic history of every single transaction ever made. Okay, I love this analogy. It's just perfect. Running a full blockchain node is like having to download a full 3-hour 4K movie just to find out who the main actor is. It's overkill. A lightweight node, though, is like watching the 5-minute highlight reel. You get all the essential info you need to know what's going on, but you do it in a tiny fraction of the time using a tiny fraction of the data. And the implication here, it's just massive. This is the technology that takes blockchain out of the world of giant servers and tech gurus and puts it right into your hands through your smartphone. It's the real key to mass accessibility. All right, so we've got easy access for users, a gateway for institutions, and it all runs on our phones. But you know what? None of that matters one bit without the final and honestly the most critical piece of this entire puzzle: rock-solid, institutional-grade security. This is where something called a safe deposit architecture comes into play. Seriously, think of it like a digital Fort Knox. It's a vault designed from the ground up, with tons of different layers of protection, all for one purpose: storing high-value digital assets safely. Let me put it this way. If you had a solid gold bar, would you just keep it under your bed? Probably not, right? You'd put it in a super secure bank locker. This is the exact same idea. For a huge corporation or a government to put billions of dollars worth of assets on a blockchain, they need a digital bank locker that they can trust completely, one that offers the absolute highest level of protection. And that's the bottom line, really. This kind of security isn't just some nice-to-have feature. Nope, it's an absolute deal breaker. It is the foundation of trust that allows those big players we talked about to finally move from just dipping their toes in the water to full-scale adoption. So, we've built our backbone. We've got the wallets, the APIs, the mobile access, and the Fort Knox-level security. All right, now for the really exciting part. What can we actually do with all this? Let's check out some powerful, real-world examples. First up, central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. This is where a government issues its own official digital money right on the blockchain. The benefits here are huge. Just imagine, international payments that clear in seconds, not days. Counterfeit cash becomes a thing of the past because every digital dollar is unique and totally verifiable. And for the people watching the economy, it provides this crystal clear, real-time view of what's happening with the money supply. Okay, let's switch gears from money to ownership for a second, because this is another incredible use case. Think about important papers, like the deed to your house or a legal certificate. The physical paper can be forged, it can be lost, it can be secretly changed. But with the blockchain, you create a digital version of it, a permanent, time-stamped, unchangeable record. The result? Tamper-proof proof of ownership that anyone can verify anywhere, forever. So let's just do a quick recap of the backbone we've pieced together today. We started with wallets that are easy to use and sync up everywhere. Then we added powerful APIs to plug in the big institutions. We made it all run on mobile phones so everyone can get access, and we locked it all down with bank-level security to build trust. And all of that powers these massive, real-world government use cases that could totally redefine how money and ownership work. You know, this isn't science fiction. This digital backbone, it's being built piece by piece as we speak. It's quietly becoming the foundation for the next generation of our digital world. So the only real question left is, what are we going to build with it next?